Hey guys, it's Lainey, and today I am doing a different kind of video, but still in the strain of writing. I'm going to be doing a write with me, where I'm going to be spending all day writing and doing other things, and I'm just going to bring my camera along with me. I didn't do a December writing vlog. The past month was just very draining for me, but I'm very excited to finish Witch Pirates, and I'm gonna hopefully try to do it this month. But right now it is January 6th. It's a Saturday. Saturdays are my favorite days because I don't have to work. But I decided that I'm gonna spend the day doing a work schedule like writing session. I'm in the third act, but I haven't really outlined it completely, so that's something I definitely need to do. I have all my different scenes for the third act, but I need to put them in a cohesive line. So let's start right now. So right now I am just eating some breakfast, and I'm also pulling out my little notebook that I've been using for all of my witch pirate type things. Right now I'm just reading over what I have previously written for my brainstorming of Act 3, and then I also kind of got some ideas, so then I started just jotting those down so I didn't forget. Next thing I'm doing here is I'm going over and writing down everything I want to do today. I like the idea of making a plan so that you can check off every part of the list when you complete it. It just feels very satisfying. This is my plan for today. There's 10 items, and you'll see me checking off every single one. First thing on my to-do list is to finish chapter 24. It ended up taking me a while to complete this chapter. I didn't think it was going to take me almost 2.5 hours to write this chapter, but it did. And I wrote about 2.4 thousand words in this session. In my first drafts, my chapters tend to be very long, so I know that when I go back and I'm editing these, they tend to get a lot shorter, mostly because I'm trying to get to know the characters and the situation and describing things, so I know that my chapters are very bulky at first, just because it's the first draft. This is something I've been putting off for a couple weeks now. This is something different I've done for this project. I mentioned this a lot in my NaNoWriMo video. I've been outlining this project differently than I did Sharp Hollows, and I actually really like this way that I did it this time around. I've been going by acts, so I'll completely outline the first act, and then I will write that. And then while I'm getting ideas, while I'm writing the first act, I'll jot those down in my Act 2 brainstorming. And then once I finish the act, then I will go into my pad of paper here, and I will continue to brainstorm of what I want to put in Act 2, and then I will actually outline it. So that's where I'm at right now. I was getting towards the end of Act 2, and I know I needed to complete the outline for Act 3 because I structured this book as a 3-act structure. It ended up being about a 3-page outline for Act 3. That's the longest it's been of the 3 acts. The first 2 were only like a page and a half, but this one was definitely 3. And what I'm writing in this outline, I'm doing bullet points. So each bullet point represents a chapter, and I go through and I write a quick summary of what needs to happen in that chapter and whose perspective it's going to be. And this really helps me organize my thoughts as well, and I really liked doing it this way, and I think when I go back to rewrite Sharp Hollows, I will definitely be doing the 3-act structure and outlining the way that I did in this book. Outlining And writing chapter 24 took up a lot of time that I didn't expect for today. After my shower, I started making lunch, and right now I am making a grilled ham and cheese sandwich with onions, and it was delicious. And I also made a garden salad, and because it kind of took me a long time to get to this point, because it's like 2 p.m. by now, I decided to start reading Harry Potter during lunch, and that would kind of go into my first hour of reading Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Last year, I started rereading the series because I went to BookNet Fest, and one of the days is we went to Harry Potter World in Orlando, Florida. I stopped reading the series when NaNoWriMo started because I didn't read it all in November. I wanted to focus on writing my own story. This is the book that I kind of stopped reading when it first came out. I forget how old I was, but I was pretty young. And now I can finally say I'm going to be finishing the series here in 2018, and I'm really excited. It totally looks like I'm out of breath as I'm watching this right now. And so yeah, but it's like sped up a lot. So that's why it looks like I'm marathoning panting while I'm reading Harry Potter. After reading, I decided to kind of do my relax time on my phone. I was just texting back my mom from when she texted me earlier, and then I decided to make some tea and write for 30 minutes nonstop, and I decided to put my writing playlist up on my TV. If anybody wonders, the tea that I'm drinking is raspberry hibiscus. And then I did some sprints. The NaNoWriMo website has kind of like a sprint timer on their website, so that's what I was using to time my sprints. And then it was back to Harry Potter, so I decided to put on the Harry Potter soundtracks on my TV, and I just started reading. If you're interested, right now I am at the part where Harry is at the Burrow and they all went to Diagon Alley to get their school supplies for the next year. This is the first time I read about Diagon Alley after I visited it in Orlando, so it was really cool because I was like totally picturing me walking through and seeing, you know, the Weasley shop. It was just like really nice. And then I ended the day with more writing sprints. It was pretty cold out in Iowa. It's just like freezing cold right now, and I hate going outside. So I definitely was really cozy all throughout the day as I was working. You can see I have like a lot of blankets, and I was just really comfortable. Hydrate and keep warm, and that's like the best environment for me to write. So I really enjoyed it. Plus I had my windows open, well, my curtains open throughout the day, so I could like see the snow outside. And even though I don't really like the snow right now, I like looking at it, and it just kind of gives me a nice atmosphere to write in. And then that was it. So it is about 7:30 and I am calling it a night. I'm probably gonna do some more reading because I was like in a really interesting spot in Harry Potter before I had to close it. So I was like, damn, but I'm probably gonna read more of that tonight. I did write quite a bit. I'll flash across the screen how many words I wrote today. It's not a super great amount, but it's definitely more than I wrote in the entirety of December. I feel like I hit over this creative block that I was feeling, especially in December, and I just really liked this format too. I just liked this little write with me. So tell me what you guys thought about this kind of video down below, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!